Well, we're going to break this all down for you now with France 24's Kethevane Gorjestani, who joins me on set. First of all, Kethevane, what exactly do we know about this American mission?
Well, it's been dubbed by Donald Trump Project Freedom. It's supposed to be underway as of today, and it's, according to the U.S. president, a humanitarian gesture for neutral ships in an effort to sort of revive traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command put out some information as to what U.S. military presence would be involved in supporting that Project Freedom. Guided missile destroyers, more than 100 aircraft, 15,000 U.S. service members involved. That's the information we have. What we don't know is how these elements will be deployed, where will they be deployed, how will they be used. The other uncertainty is what exactly the United States means by guiding ships through the Strait of Hormuz, because some U.S. officials are now explaining off the record that this is not exactly an escort of ships, but rather helping those ships get out of the strait. What does that mean? Is the United States simply going to be in the area as a sort of a deterrent, or will it be an actual force that will react and engage if those ships actually need help? According to the Joint Maritime Information Center, the U.S. has supposedly set up what it has called an enhanced security area that is south of what they call the usual shipping routes, meaning between Iran and Oman. There is a shipping route that boats usually took before this war started, and they're saying that now those should be the secure area is a little bit further south, meaning closer to the coast of Oman, and that therefore ships should coordinate with Oman in order to get through the Strait of Hormuz. But right now, we have no indication that any ships have tried to make that move.
So given all of this, given the context, could this really lead to a partial opening, at least, of the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, look, just like in previous instances of Donald Trump saying that he is about to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, this announcement doesn't seem to be coordinated with the Iranians and doesn't seem to take into account the fact that the Iranians control, in parts at least, the Strait of Hormuz and are still a force to be reckoned with in that area. Iran, as you mentioned, has warned that they would see this as a violation of the ceasefire and that any foreign military intervention in the Strait of Hormuz would be dealt with and would be targeted, especially, they said, if that is the U.S. military. There's also a question about what the rules of engagement are for the U.S. military, for those aircraft, those destroyers. If a ship is attacked, will they retaliate, or will they simply try to protect the ship? That's unclear. And that leads us to the main question every time we talk about whether or not the Strait of Hormuz will be reopened is how confident are the ships that they want to actually take that route? Do they get enough assurances that they are willing to take the risk to try and make it through the Strait of Hormuz? So far, some of the shipping companies have said, look, we're not willing yet to try and attempt this journey. And in the meantime, you still have hundreds of ships and about 20,000 seafarers that are stuck in the Gulf waiting for the United States and the Iranians to sort of figure things out and reopen the strait.
Kethevane, thanks for that. France 24's Kethevane Gorjestani.